Okay, who remembers this one? This is my sister's 97 Jeep Grand Cherokee Loretta, affectionately known as Loretta. Now, we purchased Loretta from the salvage yard. Well, you know, it was scrapped is what happened years ago, and I just couldn't let it, you know, get crushed. So we took it home, had a transmission cooler that was leaking, and it had pumped itself out of fluid, and the owner thought the transmission was dead. So put a new cooler in it. Well, we put a new radiator in it, some new cooler lines, topped it off with ATF, and she came right back around, drove out great, shifted good. So when we did that, we fixed a few other little odds and ends, and my sister started driving it. That's been years ago. It's in the 300,000 mile club now. It's sitting at about 312. Original engine, original transmission, transfer case, axles, the whole nine. My sister lives about an hour and some change away from us now, and she does a lot of commuting and driving back and forth to see us. So I always put some good oil in it, and we use Wix filters. I will use a Wix filter on this thing until they just quit making Wix filters. So I got another one. We got some heavier oil. We're going to 1040 for the summer. It's hot. We're in the 100-degree temperatures here. When winter comes back around and the temperatures get back down in the 20s, 30s, and teens, we'll go back to a 1030. But that's what it's here for. It's for her annual oil change and inspection by me. And being a Chrysler with a 4-liter, it's a 5/8. It takes the drain out. And you're probably asking me why I didn't carry this to the shop and do it on the lift. I've been busy this week. Too busy to try to work it in. So the easiest thing to do is just do it right here at the house. And she's dirty. Almost overdue. Just draining. We screwed it over to the passenger side because on a 4-liter, the oil filter, as we saw earlier, is right there. Super easy to get to. There it goes. There she be. A 51085. You can see how black that oil is in there too. It was due. So let's get our new filter. Wet the O-ring. Make sure you didn't lose your O-ring. This one came off. With the filter. Keep everything on wipe down. Here's our new one, 51085. Wix. Good filters. Let them kiss on each other a little bit. Slide that back down in there. And with that on there and all snugged up, you don't have to crank the snot out of it. Just make sure it's, you know, snug. Do it by hand. Don't use a tool or nothing. It's on there. Go ahead and start dumping our oil in. Now, as you know, I use a lot of Castrol products. I like Castrol. However, the next best thing is if you're on a budget, the O'Reilly blend is some good stuff. I run that in a lot of things if I'm not running Castrol. Castrol keeps going up. I used to get it at Walmart. That was the cheapest place to get it. But this stuff is a little bit cheaper to get at a parts store. So let's go ahead, let's fill this thing up. start it up for just a second, and then we'll throw the final cord in it. Watch the oil pressure. There it comes. All right. We'll check it again. Focus. You can do it. Maybe you can't. Why can't you focus? There you go. So me holding the stick actually tilted it over the safe zone. It's not actually that full. Looks like we're going to be done. I checked the front differential, it was good. The rear is the one that has a leak. So I'm gonna turn this thing around and we will check the rear diff and top it off with fluid if needed. All right, so I don't know how well you're gonna see this. Looks like the actual diff cover itself is starting to leak, and they had been noticing it leaking in her garage. So you take the rubber plug out, you put your finger in there, and you check for fluid, and you see we're dry, which means that guy's leaking pretty good. And we'll just fill it up until it starts running out. And now, you see we got a little trail running out. You can put your finger in there, it's right at the top, so we're good to go. And we'll take the rubber plug, wipe the gunk off of it, and pop that right back in there. Make sure you push the center of it really good. Make sure it goes all the way in there. Ta-da! You can buy those seals, those rubber plugs, at any major parts store. It's not a bad idea to change them every so often. I just changed that one about a year ago. So while I've got Loretta here and I'm thinking about it, let me answer a couple frequently asked questions about my sister's Jeep Grand Cherokee. The first one being, we did a video a while back where we had a bunch of problems with the car shutting off, stalling, backfiring, the whole 9 yards. I did put a new PCM in this Jeep, and that was the final piece to the puzzle. Once we installed the new PCM, we had no more drivability issues. It started great, it ran great, never left her walking after that. The PCM that was in the car was taken apart and checked and found to be faulty. It's pretty common in a lot of Chrysler products from the mid to late 90s to eat a PCM. I used a company not far from us right here in North Carolina called Car Computer Exchange. They are not a sponsor. We are not affiliated with them. That is just where I went to get a computer. They had good reviews. I was able to talk to somebody. You give them the serial number, the VIN number, your miles, all that information, and they build you a new PCM right then and ship it out. It takes between 4 and 7 business days, and then the packaging, you actually put your old PCM back in it, send it back to them, they check it, and then they can use that one to rebuild for someone in the future. So yes, I keep getting comments to this day about this Jeep and its drivability issues, but we don't have them anymore. I did put a computer in it, and that did fix it. Another thing, so yes, my sister also has some social media accounts. She has a YouTube channel. I don't think she actually posts on there anymore, but she does still have one. She might pick up again one day. She also has, I think, 2 different Instagram accounts. If you're interested in following either one of those, I'll try to put a link in the description for those. And she posts about her Jeep and stuff like that in there. What else? As I mentioned in the beginning, yes, this is the original engine, transmission, transfer case, axles, all that to this Jeep. 300,000 miles. It's not uncommon. The 4-liter is a fantastic engine. This transmission, they're pretty good too. I've seen a couple of them fail, but it's few and far between. These things are known to go 3, 4, 5, 600,000 miles with regular maintenance. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh yes, this is the same Jeep from last year, or no, 2 or 3 years ago. The cooling system actually froze completely. We did have an antifreeze mixture in it, but it wasn't, you know, concentrated enough, I guess. We got down into the single digits and then the negative temperatures for over a week there. And during that time, everything was pretty much fine except for this Jeep. The engine froze solid. It froze the water pump. It actually broke the water pump off the front of the engine. It busted the sides out of the radiator and pushed a couple freeze plugs out. The block, completely unfazed. No cracks, no nothing. I was able to melt the engine with a torpedo heater. I actually had to put it up underneath the engine and blast heat on it for about a day to completely thaw it out because the temperatures were so cold. Water pump, a radiator, a thermostat, new hoses, a new belt, stuff like that. I changed it all when I had it. The car has been fine ever since. No coolant loss, no nothing. I've checked it again just a minute ago. Anything else that I can think of? The Wagoneer. This is my same sister that has the 86 or 7, I think it is. It might even be a couple years older. Jeep Wagoneer. The Wagoneer that is built on the XJ platform. Also has the Renix 4-liter in it. We saved that one from the scrapyard as well. And yes, she does still have it. I haven't posted anything because she doesn't really mess with it. She's been really busy. Like I said, they just bought a house and they've moved and lots of stuff is going on. She also picked up a Comanche. She's got Loretta, the ZJ, and then the XJ Wagoneer, and then I think the Comanche is considered a MJ. Also going along with Jeeps, we've picked up another MJ. I think that's what it is. Comanche. It's over here behind the house. It is a 5-speed truck, 2-wheel drive with a straight 6. We also picked up a 90, I think it's a 98 XJ, 4-door straight 6 automatic 2-wheel drive for pretty cheap. So there's about 5 or 4 or 5, 5. No, yeah, 5. Can't do math. 5 Jeeps in the herd right now, and I think that's gonna do it. So I'm going to take Loretta around the block, give it a shakedown, see if we notice anything else that it might need. Yeah, and then that'll be it. That's gonna do it, folks. I appreciate you watching. Drop a comment down below, let us know what you think. Loretta, good to go for another few thousand miles. I did notice you can hear the rear end making some noise. It's not crazy or anything, but she is getting kind of talkative back there, kind of like the Dodge is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep an eye on that. And oh, there's one of her Instagram handles if you're looking to follow her. Junkyard.Juliet. That's one of them. And I think she's got another one. Yeah. You can follow her here. This is her other Instagram, she-wolf. So we thank you all for watching. Drop that comment down below. Let us know what you think. I hope this answered a few questions, and I hope everybody's happy to see Loretta again. Still on the road, still trucking, still racking up miles. And this is her daily truck. This is what she drives every day. There is no other one that will take its place. So if she's going somewhere, she's taking Loretta. Anyway, thank you all again for watching. We will catch y'all in the next video. And probably at some point, rather than rebuilding that axle with 312,000 miles on it, we'll just get another rear end. Maybe if I can find a remanufactured unit or one with lower miles, we'll just swap the whole thing out and do it